Doc had mentioned you guys, starters, knew you're coming out for the third quarter tonight as part of the plan. What was, I guess, kind of what flipped for you all to be able to kind of turn it up defensively? I think it was a 15-0 run to just kind of change things and look a little more cohesive than in the first half.
I really just want to come out of the half, try to be as dominant as we can. We should have tried to start the game like that, but obviously we're still learning. We're still putting the pieces together. So obviously if we can come out and start how we started in that second half, it'll be pretty good shape. So, it's all about continuing to build right now.
Doc had mentioned he wasn't quite happy with the rebounding thus far these last two games in the preseason. TP mentioned, hey, the guards are probably going to have to help out a little bit. What are you kind of seeing on the defensive glass right now?
I would say pretty much the same thing, Obviously somebody got to find a man and box out and help out the next man, even if it's you box out your man, somebody else getting the rebound. It could be deflating, for your team on the defensive end, especially if they score off of that. So, the goal is to limit that as much as we can and, watch the film, go over it, and then get better from it.
As a team, what do you feel you need to work on the most between now and the start of the regular season?
Really just second chance points, boxing out, honing in on the defensive end. I feel like, offenses speaks for itself. Everybody's going to come and knock down shots. But, if we really can buy in and lock in on the defensive end and even the guys that's coming in off the bench, we'll be in great position.
You came from pretty high-intensity defensive scheme over in Toronto, and in that second half, the third quarter, you were getting in those passing lanes a lot. And Doc was saying in the postgame that you need to let Gary be Gary, it came to defensively and doing what you did, getting all those deflections like you did. How do you feel this scheme is different? How is it challenging you? How are you fitting in with it so far?
It's some parts are the same, but some is different. I done had different coaches. I played for Dick Nurse. I played for Darko last year as well. It's a whole bunch of different schemes. Here it's different players, and different talent that gives you a certain, comfortability when I'm guarding the ball up. I'll be able to pressure more, be able to try to turn them a little bit more when I know I have Giannis or Brooke on the backside that can protect me. So it gives me a little bit more freedom on the defensive end. So really just trying to, hone in on that side of the ball. Obviously shots are going to come, but try to, lock in on that and establish myself on that end.
Doc kind of said that you guys haven't installed a ton of your guys' offense quite yet, but when you guys run ATOs, stuff out of timeout, it feels like you guys execute at a pretty high level. Is that kind of what you're hoping for once you guys do install? Can you take that as a positive, those ATOs and executing those single play calls?
For sure. We've been doing ATOs since preseason, whether practices, whether it's scrimmages with one another. We've been drawing up ATOs, so we've been practicing that and many other things as well. But again, it's always refreshing when you can see the board and you see it going and a play that we all drawed up and went out there to accomplish, we did. So, again, it's all about continuing to build throughout, this first half of the season and then try to get into the postseason and go from there.